Welcome back to another episode of fancyachatt. Make sure you're supporting the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Also, hit the subscribe button below to stay up to date with all of the episodes.
Hey guys, welcome back to my podcast with fancyachatt. It's me, Toby, and I'm with my guest, DANICA TAYLOR from Love Island. Can I get a whoop whoop?
Woo!
It's actually Danica, and if I hear Danica one more time,
Danica.
there's going to be a riot.
Hey, just shouting straight into the microphone. And I know it's going to be so loud.
Sorry.
But yeah, so we're back with fancyachatt. It is now season 3. And we've got Love Island 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah.
333, baby.
I don't know what just happened because there was only 1 3 in there. But hey, yeah. So we're back. The new cast just come out, and we are a week into Love Island. First thing I want to say is we've got Danica in from last year, Love Island.
Just got to give myself that little pat on the back.
How are you doing? Let's start off. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well, thank you. I feel like I've finally recovered. It's been a year now.
Recovered from Love Island?
From Love Island, yeah. I mean, it's been a long year. Fucking hell. Yeah, it's been a long year.
Why has it been a long year then?
Did you watch it?
I did watch it, yeah.
You did, so
yeah.
you must have seen.
I saw you in there,
yeah. I mean, it's been a bit traumatic.
You think it's traumatic?
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You had a good time, though.
No, do you know what? It was the best time of my life. But,
Yeah.
you know, like, I feel like now I'm a little bit more, settled. I've watched the winter one, and now I'm currently watching the new summer one.
Yeah.
And it's really occurred to me how badly I was done in there. Like, I was treated like shit. And I'm pretty angry about it.
By everyone in there? Or
Not everybody. No, there was a lot of people that definitely they got away with it way too quickly and too easily. Yeah, I should have been a bit more, but it's fine, she's not bitter.
We're gonna get onto that.
Let bygones be bygones and all that.
No, bygones are not bygones. We're gonna get onto that soon.
But it was a good time. I loved it.
It was a good time, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really sorry if you hear me gurgling, it's because I've just had some chicken. I can literally feel it. Chicken.
Okay, so let's take it all the way back before Love Island. Okay, tell me about yourself before, like, you going on the show. Like, what was you? Like, what made you tick? What?
I don't really know. I feel like I've just always been like extra, a little bit in your face, confident, larger than life, bubbly girl. And
you went in 21. So
at 21, yeah. So I just turned 21. I turned 21 in April. So literally that month was mad for me because it's like I turned 21. I was celebrating that month of like being 21, and then at the end of April I got casted for Love Island, and I was like, I'm living my best life. I'm gonna go win 50k. I'm gonna find my man. I was like, hot girl summer. Yeah, it didn't quite happen like that, but yeah, I was literally like having the best time of my life.
Yeah.
I just finished uni as well. That month as well, literally just finished uni.
So you went uni? Where did you go uni?
I'm from Leicestershire, lived in a small town, Melton Mowbray, pork pies and Stilton cheese. No, not boo. Actually, yeah, boo. Leicester's a shithole.
She's changed. Love Island's changed her.
No, Leicester's all right. Look, it's what I know. Okay, it's what I know. But yeah, so lived in a small town, went to uni in Leicester, was a dancer, did dancing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun. And then literally, I finished my degree, and then 4 days later,
what did you do your degree in?
Dance.
Oh, you did it in dance.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
4 days later, I flew out to Love Island, so it was all it's very like worked out perfectly for me.
Yeah.
But like
so straight out uni, straight into the villa.
Yeah.
Vibes.
So like work-wise, like I did dance professionally.
Oh, did you?
Ass. Yeah,
How do you dance professionally? What is it like?
So for me, I did a bit of commercial. So I actually did dance for Jax Jones at Capital Bubble. Yeah, that was like my biggest job. But it was quite.
Wait,
O2 Arena.
The Jingle Ball. That's massive, no?
That's pretty good.
Oh, what, you on the stage?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
O2 Arena, pretty big. That was like the December before I went in, and then I did like a little bit of samba Latin American where I was wearing those like.
Oh, you know how to do that too?
Look, she fakes it till she makes it, baby. Yeah, I just would shake what mama gave me and just hope for the best.
Just hope for the best.
Cheeky smile, shake my ass, and yeah, just hope for the best. But yeah, wore some cute outfits. I keep getting someone had a video of me and they were like, oh my god, I knew I recognised this girl. It's Danica from Love Island. I was like, I'm reporting that straight away. Get that off. Before? Get that off my TikTok feed. What are you doing? Why are you trying to bait me out like that? There's literally me in the club like, can't be having that now. But yeah, so that was me, dancer.
How about like relationship wise?
What like
before Love Island?
Yeah, so I was in a long-term relationship before. Yeah, so I met my ex at 14.
14?
Yeah, 14. She was young. She was young. He took away my good years. I'm joking. No, yeah. So I met him at 14. Just like young love, that kind of thing.
And then like till when?
So we split up in August 2021. Yeah, 2021. So
how old were you then?
So I was 20.
26 years. A 6-year relationship.
6-year relationship, yeah. I know. See, she ain't a hoe. She's wifey material. All right, anyway. I don't know why.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. I really don't know why I just said that. Anyway, so yeah, I was with him for 6 years, and it just it just wasn't right. We met
And he
in a
was like,
small
you know
town.
what, I'm going Love Island.
I
Like,
thought, do you know what? I'm going to go and find my dream man on Love Island because, you know...
You're not my dream man.
Obviously, he was going to be on there. No, look what happened with him if he was. All right, Toby. He ain't. All right. No, he was a good guy, bless him.
Bless him.
No.
When someone says bless him, I can't take it seriously.
I know.
Bless him. Like,
no, but it is bless him because he was a really nice guy, just maybe...
Not your nice guy.
Not for me, yeah. Not my nice guy, unfortunately. So, yeah. 2021, we split after I had a bit of a crazy reckless time in Ibiza. Not that I did anything. I was always loyal, but I just went to Ibiza and I thought... I need to be single, so I did.
Oh, like a little holiday that said, you know what, I need to leave.
Yeah, I never cheated on him, but the point was, there was people out there that I was like, I could have very easily gone behind his back. Oh. And that was when I was like, I shouldn't be thinking that.
Yeah, I get what you mean. You're
so
like,
I was like,
cool.
yeah, this is my sign, yeah. And then that was it.
So you almost like checked out the relationship, really.
Yeah, I think I had probably about 2 years before that, really.
Oh gosh, 2 years.
Slowly but surely, yeah, but you know, these things
happen.
Damn.
But yeah, so you went onto the villa. You went into the villa.
Mm-hmm.
So was you approached? Did you apply? How did that go?
Yeah. So funny story. I actually applied for your series.
So the year before. So for 2021, whilst I was still with my ex. Oh, whilst you was with him.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Yeah, mate. Look, I'm just going on Love Island.
So we actually did have like a break, like where we had like 2 weeks where we were like. Because look, the relationship was coming to an end, hence why then I went to Ibiza and then whatever. So I kind of knew that it wasn't really working, and Love Island was always a career move, I can't lie, and it was something that I really wanted to do, and I didn't like uni.
What, like career move as in like you wanted to be like influencer?
Well, I've always done influence. Like I've been doing YouTube since I was 17.
Is it?
And I've been doing influencing since I was about 17.
Oh wow.
So I used to work with like Boohoo, like only on like a gifting basis, but I used to work with loads of brands like on a gifting basis.
That's mad.
So she was a content girly before, you know. So for me, it was always like, I want to do Love Island. I've always got
so it's more
dreams.
Like business move, but if I find the guy,
100%.
Like, that's a proper bonus.
Yeah, and I think that's the same with anybody that goes on the show. Like I think everyone's like, you know, if I find someone great, but I'm going in here for this reason. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I did apply for your series whilst we were kind of on a little bit of a break. He was aware of that. And I didn't hear anything. Didn't even get a phone call. So obviously
they just said
you don't make the cut, babe.
Damn.
You're not right for the series. So then obviously went to Ibiza because obviously I wasn't in Mallorca, was I?
Yeah.
Didn't get chosen.
So and went to another Spanish destination.
I just thought, you know, okay, Ibiza it is. And then came back, split with him, and then got on the next year. But I wasn't approached.
So how did you get next year then? Because
so I was approached, but I was approached by my management. So my management was like, long story short, we would love to manage you if you was to get on Love Island. So what we'll do is you've got to apply as normal, and we'll kind of put your name forward to the production team because you know they've all got
so like to make sure to keep an eye out for
DANICA.
Like,
you know, we've got this really sexy gal.
Have a look.
So that's what they did, and they obviously liked what they saw, and then the process carried on, and the rest is history.
So the process was going on. Like, talk to me about your process, because I feel like everyone's process is similar but different at the same time. So it's like
so I started my application, but it's actually really funny. The first message I got from my management saying about Love Island, I was actually laid in bed next to my ex because we had a period where like. You know what it's like you kind of can't let go. You're like, I don't want to do.
So you're like transitioning off.
The single life is hard. Like it's hard out there. So like, you know, and you kind of just, you know, you go back to where you're safe. Yeah, literally. And I was laid in bed and it kind of came through and I thought, I knew there was a reason we weren't meant to be together.
Oh gosh.
I knew because I knew
sitting in bed.
The thing is like it was. I always knew I was going to go on Love Island one day. It was just a matter of when. So when that text message came through, I was like, yeah, this is the year. This is it. Yeah. So he basically just put my name forward in January, and then literally it was quite fast paced. Really, I'd say like it was like a week in between, and it was like the next stage and the next stage, and then you know the medical checkups and all of that. And God.
So when was you thinking like, ooh, like?
I just thought from the get go, I was like, the minute they see me and they see my vibe, they're gonna love me. I was like, there's no, she's confident.
Say less.
You know, she's got So I thought, I'm gonna be in, but obviously you never know. So I was always a bit apprehensive, but I knew I was going to be a bombshell from just the way that they spoke to me. They were like, they literally said, you would be the best bombshell.
So
they were like, you remind us of Maura Higgins. You'd be the best bombshell. You've got that energy, that confidence. Like, how are you single? They're like, how are you single? Like, how's a beautiful girl confident like you single? Oh, girl, little did they know. But yeah, so I always knew I was going to be a bombshell, but I wanted to be a bombshell.
Do you want to? That's another thing I wanted to ask. Like, do you want to be a bombshell or do you want to be an OG? Like,
Do you know what? I think looking back tactically, being an OG is always the safest bet because I feel like people love you from the get-go. You've got that chance.
I don't think people love you from the get-go. I think that's a lie. But people know, like, they have more chance of loving you from the get-go because they've seen you more.
But I feel like even if they don't love you, they're gonna still have your back mostly. Compared to someone that's just come in. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, but it'd be weird if he wasn't there. Yeah, he's a dick, but it'd be weird if he wasn't here.
There's many OGs where people would say, like, get him out. Like,
true, but they don't mean it really. They don't. The public are weird, man. They don't mean it weird. They don't.
Did you hear what she said about you guys?
Really.
Said the public are weird.
No,
no. Wait, get her.
No, not the people that like me, but the people that don't like me. You fucking weird. But like seriously, like I think being an OG just gives you that little bit of a head start.
Yeah.
So I think tactically. Is the best approach, but me, I was like, I want my moment, and I said to them,
to come in,
yeah.
And
did you
everything.
Hear that? Did they get that on camera? Sorry, did you hear that gurgle then? Sorry.
I think I heard it, but it's alright.
No, so basically, I just wanted my moment.
I was just all spotlights on you.
Yeah, and I actually said to them, I said one thing. I said, please do not put me in with somebody else. I said I want to go in on my own. Yeah. That's
mad confident because a lot of people are like, put me in with someone because I need to be like with someone.
No. I generally said. Being a bombshell, I said the one thing you're not going to do is put me in with like another female. Because obviously I saw Ekin and Afia go in. Yeah. Like they were the first female bombshells before me. And I was like, you're not going to do that with me, are you? Please don't tell me you're going to put me in with a girl because I'm not doing it. I'm not fighting for the attention. Like it's me or nothing. Yeah. Otherwise I just would rather have not done it. That's why hats off to the girls that do it or the girls that go and cast for more because...
So you was like saying like, cool, I want all the attention on me being a bombshell. And I'm going to go in there and I'm going to take someone's man.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Damn right.
And
did I do that? I did. Did it work? No.
We're gonna get that. That's later on. We're getting that later on.
There. Don't you worry.
That's a whole segment because I need to understand what's happening there.
Calm myself down for this one.
I need to understand what's happening there. But okay, cool. So you're from Leicester. Born and raised? So you always from there?
Yes, yeah, born and raised. I am half Jamaican, but I've never been to Jamaica.
You've never been to Jamaica?
No, but yeah, so born and raised
half Jamaican,
Leicester,
half...
English, British.
Nice.
You know, mum's white, dad's black, what can I say? But yeah, so that's all I've really known, really. Leicestershire.
Interesting. Okay, so now this segment is the new Love Island. Love Island 2023. We've seen the cast. They've been in there for a week.
Yes.
Are you watching it?
I am watching it.
How are you finding it? In fact, before that, what do you think of the cast?
Yeah, the cast is... Yeah. No, it's good.
Yeah. The cast is... Yeah.
No, the cast is good. Yeah, I think... Absolutely love Catherine. I think she's great. Love Whitney as well, that new bombshell.
Oh, yeah?
She's given...
She's funny. She's funny, to be fair.
She's fine,
very funny.
and she's funny, and she's just given what she needs to give. Who else do I like? I do like that Molly. I think she's got a good energy, but it's the crying for me. Come on.
Someone's going to cry.
No.
I think most girls cry
What,
every
in the
year.
first week?
Oh, no, not in the first week.
Get her grip. No, I'm joking. No, look, she seems like a sweet girl. I'm sure she's having a hard time. But you know, when you're just like... Look,
I don't think there's a reason to cry there, but yeah.
That's what
there was no reason to cry. But you know how it is in the villa though. It's very intense. Like,
it is, but that's what I mean. I've been there, lived it, and I didn't cry over shit like that. Do you know what I mean?
To be fair, you could have cried at a lot of moments.
I could have definitely cried. But that's what I mean. So it's like, look, I get we're all different, but it's like, just put yourself together.
TYRIQUE, I've grown up with him. I've grown up with him from literally knee height till here.
Well, that's really cute.
You know what? He actually ran my Instagram when I was in the villa.
Really?
Yeah, he was the one behind.
It's a shame you can't do that for him, unfortunately.
Yeah,
social media ban.
Guys, you need to support him because that's my guy. You know what I mean? And I feel like we're cut from the same cloth. So
definitely, yeah.
If you thought I caused chaos, I think he's gonna cause more chaos. To be honest, he's gonna cause chaos. Follows him.
Well, all I can say, if he's anything like he's on the outside, then Ella needs to run. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, he's a really nice guy. I'm actually joking. I actually am supporting him, and I hope he does really well. But
you better be supporting him.
No, I am supporting him.
So, who on this cast are you feeling like? Would you, if you was gonna go in there as a bombshell match up with? Would you rather this cast than your cast, or?
Yeah, I would.
Think?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go for the boys. So,
Okay.
my boy Ty.
Yep.
Mitchell.
Maybe me before Love Island.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
No.
He's giving Luca vibes, and it's kind of giving me PTSD. I can't lie.
PTSD vibes.
Yeah.
We've got George.
No.
Sorry,
it's a big fat no from me.
Oh gosh.
Sorry, Georgie
Say
boy.
less.
Sorry, Georgie boy.
We've got Andre.
No, Andre's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would be in top.
Oh, yeah.
Top 2. Yes. Yeah, top 2.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Medi.
No, we're not. No.
And then we've got Zachariah.
He is good looking.
Yeah.
But. No, he is. He'd be number 3.
Oh, yeah? Okay,
Yeah.
so that's your top 3. We've got Ty, Andre, Zachariah.
Yep.
Zachariah, is it? Oh! And Sammy!
Again, Sammy's good looking, but...
He's from Kent. He's like down south.
Yeah, he's just not really my type anymore.
Oh, yeah?
No.
That's another thing we need to talk about, because Love Island, your type, when you went in, you was like, bang, I'm coming in, and I want Luca. How did that turn out?
Well, like a sack of shit, didn't it, really? And also, no disrespect, but let me just think how I'm going to phrase this. That kind of guy is no longer my type.
Oh, you think your type has switched from...
100%. Yeah. Like, no offense, I would never look twice at somebody like him again, ever.
Oh, so what is your type gone to like now? Like, what's your type now? Like, come out the villa. What is you? What makes you tick? What do you like?
So I feel like my eyes definitely wander to my light skin boys, my dark skin boys. Yeah, some vanilla boys, but you have to be exceptional now.
An exceptional.
Vanilla
so you need
boy.
an exceptional light skin.
Not light skin. I mean like white, like vanilla boy.
Oh, you need to be exceptional.
Yeah, because for me, like I'm looking for a little bit of melanin now.
Oh, yeah.
And when I say this to people, they're like, "Your type don't change," and I'm like, "No. If you want to see the way those boys treat me in there, your type would change too. Seriously,
what?
Yeah. You joking? Because like, I'm sorry, but
what? So them treating the way you treat like
because
has changed your type.
Kind of, but I also being like out and about of just being like, I just didn't know what I was missing out on. Like, it's like my eyes were like opened. And
Hey,
like,
that's the
wow.
phrase though. Once you go black, you don't go back. I don't know if that can go on YouTube or not. But
it is true.
We got Eddie in the corner there. He's stressing. You know what I mean?
Look. It's all I knew, all right? It's all I
Yeah.
knew. This is the thing. People don't get it. Like, you know when people are like, she don't like black boys. I'm like, no, but you don't get it. Like, my ex was white.
Yeah.
My mum's white. My family's white.
Yeah.
But the family in town I grew up in is white. It's
So
all
it's
I've
like
ever
all
known.
you know. And so
Literally.
like now that you're out in a big world, you're like, oh my god.
Now I kind of be like, actually, no, this is what I like. This is more for me. This is my vibe.
So it's basically just like learning yourself.
Yeah, because I've got big energy and big personality, and I
Yeah.
don't feel like a lot of white guys, they don't quite get it. They'll be like, whoa.
Oh, too much.
And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not. Because the black men love it. And they're like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? No, they do. They do. The Jamaican in me is just a bit crazy. And I just think some people don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
And
to be fair, if you look back, some of you might be back in season 1, like watch season 1. Ekenna did say if Danica came in and chose him, he would have been happy.
And I should have done that in hindsight. If I could go back, I'd have chosen Ekenna any day over Luca. But what can you do?
Yeah, he can't do anything now, to be fair. But yeah,
What
I
can
just
you
thought I
do?
should drop that piece of information like that.
It's all right. Ekenna's already slid in the DM. I'm joking.
Oh!
No, me and Ekenna are good friends. We're good friends. Oh, no, I was going to say so much. Sorry about that.
But to be fair though, like watching you on Love Island, like and chatting to you now is very different. Yeah, because when I was watching you, all I saw, no, it wasn't even that. It was yeah, thank you, HR Danica.
I was thinking more
or
like
interviewer.
Snooze Fest and that. It's a bit like boring.
Like you dropping game was like when you dropping game, it wasn't your game sucked. I'm gonna yes, your game did suck. Yeah.
No, and do you know
your game
why?
sucked. Why?
Because what else am I meant to do? I'm talking to a brick wall. No,
it's
not even that. No, it's not even that, right? Yeah, true. I wasn't as used to it. So maybe, look, teething problems. Let a girl live.
Get moved to instead of doing the moving.
First of all, that, but also, look, I was in a 6-year-long relationship, let a girl,
And you just come out of it as well.
Kind of.
Rusty. So you went rusty into Love Island.
A little bit, but also, again, I get a lot of attention on the outside. A lot. So, me going in there, I thought, absolutely, I'm going to have no problem. Honestly, the journey I had, if someone had told me that was what it was going to be, I'd be like, you're actually having a laugh. There's no way. I'd turn heads everywhere I go.
Oh, yeah?
No. Period. Sorry. So when I went in there and that was what it was like, it was like
almost like a shock.
It was so mad, and it was like, for me, what am I meant to do? If these guys are not giving me anything, I'm going to start asking questions.
Yeah.
Boring questions.
Oh.
Because I'm not going to sit in silence. Baby, the last thing I'm going to do is put myself in an awkward position because these men just don't know how to chat. They either don't want to chat or don't know how to chat. And it's like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I will ask you about your dog, your pet fish, you dead nan,
yeah.
before I sit in silence and make myself feel awkward. So yeah,
fair enough.
She was HRing, and you know what? I'm fucking proud of it.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I am.
Okay. Dropping game in HR mode.
Yeah, so you should all learn a thing or two. All right. Who wants to be like, do you think I'm sexy? Ew, that's such an ick. I'm more flirty, the more comfortable I'm with someone. So, if I was taking out on a
that means
date,
you must have not been comfortable at all with anyone in there because you're not flirty at all.
So if I was on a date with somebody, I'd be a bit more look, at the end of the day, are you up for the job? Can you handle this?
Yeah.
To take care, it is a bit of a job.
Do you think you're high maintenance?
Yeah, I am a bit high maintenance. A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's you need to prove to me that, you're going to be able to step up to the role, and then you'll see the cheeky flirty side.
Okay.
Even though I will be like that anyway, but
a little bit dialed down.
Yeah, of course. I've got to suss you out.
Can't give anyone your energy. You know what I mean? You got to just relax.
And I'm not like these other girls. I don't sit there twizzle my hair. So if that's what you wanted, I'm so fucking sorry.
We're gonna do dance.
Yeah, I'll just shake my ass instead.
If it gets awkward, shake your ass and vibes.
Literally, she vibing. That's it. Any awkward situation, I was just I'm off now.
Bringing it back to before you went into the villa, yeah. So you was watching it, and
yeah.
So you was watching it in the villa, and you're like, would you because I don't know how the bombshell thing works. Do you watching it saying I need to go in now, or do you know when you're going in, or? It's very weird.
It is weird. So I flew. So the thing is you always kind of know by the time you fly out. Because there's bloody bombshells on my series. I was told I was going to be early doors. I'm like, but baby, you didn't fly out until halfway through the series. How did you think you were going to be early doors? I literally flew out 4 days after the original cast did. Okay. So I flew out in May, and the show didn't start till June.
So you're I'm coming out. I'm coming
early.
I
knew I was going to be early. Yeah. So they actually told me I was going to be the first week. So when Ekin went in, me and Ekin flew out on the same day.
Oh, swear.
So I think they were.
So it's basically a choice between you and Ekin.
I think they were sussing out whether to put me and Ekin in, or Ekin Afia, or me and Afia. Oh. And obviously then they kind of sussed out what they wanted to do. Yeah. And I do think out of all of us, it made sense for me to go in on my own. I'm the most confident in terms of just going in, owning it. Whereas Ekin, she's confident, but I think it's a different kind of confidence.
And you came in a big fashion as well, didn't you? Dancing, innit?
Put that on anyone else and see how they do.
I couldn't
do you know
do
what
that.
I mean?
I promise you, I could not do that.
I mean, I actually did love it. It was a bit mad. I can't lie. They told me an hour before, and
I was
like,
"What? Saying what?"
They were so I always knew I was going to go in on a challenge. 3 days before, they were yeah, it's going to be a challenge and blah blah, but they didn't tell me what challenge. Yeah. So they were so do you want to find out what it is then? Obviously, I'm all ready, makeup done. I'm go on then. And they're so it's a dancing challenge, and I was like.
Oh my God.
I was well, what the fucking hell is that about then? What? Why wouldn't you tell me? And then anyway, they took me down. They explained it, and then they took me down, and they explained it all through that. But that was one take. What you saw me do was one take.
What, did you just go in for it? Yeah, but to be fair, you're a dancer though, so that's your element.
Second nature, yeah.
Yeah, so you can do your thing.
As soon as that shell spun around and I slid off, that was it. That was one take. That was it. So if I messed it up, then
it would have been funny though. It would have been great TV. Maybe you should have messed it up.
Maybe the boys would have liked me a bit more. You never know. Maybe they like me for my funniness instead.
But to be fair, you are probably the only person to have an iconic villa dance though.
Yeah, do you know what? True. No, oh my God, you're so true.
You know what I mean? No one else, no one else.
with the facials.
Where did they even come from?
Do you know what? I can't lie. I actually did steal it from some guys at my dance university. And they don't follow me anymore, so I think they're a bit pissed off that I took their iconic dance. But look,
the iconic dance and put it on national TV.
I used to do it kind of to take the piss because they'd do it and I'd be like, yeah. That's why I kind of did the funny face because it was just funny to me. Anyway, did it, and then obviously people picked up on it, and then I got everyone doing it in the villa. Like we were all in the room, and everyone was like,
even when you was leaving, you did it. I
did.
Wait, I think on the clip, I think I see Jamie with two suitcases.
I said, Jamie, I said, hang on a second. I said, take me suitcase. It's my last time to shine.
If I'm leaving, I'm leaving with this.
I'm leaving with Danica mode. But yeah, I might have had a little, not a little tip off, but I think the producers, they said a goodbye to me, like a little personal one, like you've been amazing, blah blah. And they just said, we want you to go out, Danica style. And I was like, don't you worry, I've got this.
Hold my suitcase.
Did you see that? My shoe got stuck because I was wearing Ekins heels, size 6. I'm a 4.
Oh gosh.
They didn't fit me, but because of the trousers I was wearing, they were too long. Because I'm 5'2". So yeah, I was literally wearing a really uncomfortable outfit, shoes that was 2 sizes too big. So imagine me trying to dance my way out of that villa. Obviously, I'm nervous. I'm like, I can't believe I'm going. Obviously, I'm thinking that's it. I'm actually leaving the villa, and also I'm dancing, shaking my ass, and I got a bit stuck in the decking. But I started out. It's all right. But, yeah.
Did you think you was gonna leave that night?
No.
You didn't think you were going to leave that night?
I was having a chat with Jamie. Nah, this is embarrassing. I was having a chat with Jamie, right? And we were really getting along.
Because it was you and Jamie, at the stage, it was you and Jamie, the other couple, it was quite strong.
Yeah, it was very couple. We were all couples. It was all 6 couples, all of us. I was 6th couple to leave. And
6th place.
No, 6th place. Yeah, so really close to the final. It was literally the week before the final as well. Yeah. So I was like, oh my God. But look, we just didn't have enough time. But yeah, we were sat chatting, and I literally turned around to him. I went, because the text came through, and I went, babe. We're not going home tonight. I went, babe, we're not going home tonight. No, honestly, in my gut, which usually my gut feeling is usually right, I was like, we're not going home tonight. Anyway, we stood around the fire pit. I'm squeezing his hands, and I'm thinking, in my head, I'm like, we are fine.
So you're just waiting for your name to get called out, right? And you're like, oh, you're safe.
Chill. Yeah. Like, honestly, I thought, we're chill. Yeah. We are cool, my bro. We're cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I had this theory in the villa. If you stand in the middle, you're going home.
Oh, who was standing in the middle at that time?
Damien India. Now, the reason they did that is because my big fat mouth had told everybody about my theory.
Oh, no.
I was like, see, told you it was right. Who stood in the middle? And they went home.
Oh,
gosh. Are obviously
they're
obviously listening 24/7. So...
Oh, she thinks she's smart. Okay.
No, they did. That's what they did. No, they did. So they thought they would try and scam me, mess up with my head, and put me and Jamie on the side. And then obviously when Gemma called out my name, obviously I was in shock because I was like, I said I wasn't going. I said I was not going tonight. And then when I got out, somebody said, oh, she's not going to think she's going home tonight because she's not in the middle. I thought, you bastard.
Oh my gosh.
You horrible. No, I'm joking. I absolutely love everyone on the production team. That was just a bit of a taste of my own medicine, I guess. But yeah, imagine.
Oh, that's too funny though.
Babe, we're all right. So, packed our bags literally 2 seconds after.
I thought she said we were all right. And I'm going home.
Bless me, we only had a weekend there. Poor sod.
Oh, okay. So... Wow, your villa experience, you had a record 6 couples in it.
Yes, she did. I broke history. There was actually a chart on the Love Island page, and it was me at the top. I literally had the most couples.
Yeah, because you got 6.
I actually beat Adam Collard, who had 5 on his series originally. This 4th series.
Yeah, he's tied with you, and he's been there twice.
No, I beat him. He had 5. I had 6.
He has 6 now.
No,
but in 2 series.
Yeah, but in his first series, he only had 5. Because he was mad. He was known for moving mad.
Yeah. Hall of Famer.
I had 6 couples in 1 series. Yeah. Not even out of my own choice.
Okay, who were they? Let's talk through them. Cool.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're talking.
Do I have to?
We're talking through.
Do I have to?
Yes, you do.
All right, go on then.
You walked in. Cool. I pick Luca.
Boo.
What happened?
Do you know what?
Because when I was looking, I was thinking, oh my God, why has she done this? You killed yourself, darling.
Everybody literally was like, yeah, she's going home. Everybody was like, yeah, this girl is done. She's done. Yeah, I mean, not my smartest moment.
Yeah.
Not my proudest moment.
Yeah.
Look, I don't regret it because I think my journey was meant to obviously be that way. I do think things happen for a reason.
I think your journey was quite unique, to be fair.
It was unique, and I think if anyone could do it, because the thing is,
I don't think anyone could recreate
I'm so confident. Yeah, this is the thing, and it's like I'm so confident that I feel like it was good for me to go through that because it sort of showed other girls out there, like, even being as sexy as me, you still get rejected. You know what I mean? So I feel like it was good to show people, like, no matter what you view other people like and how confident they are, we all go through the same things as humans. We're not going to get everything that we want in life. So I actually feel like it was quite an empowering thing that I went through for, like, other people watching.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. If I could turn back time, would I have chosen Luca? Absolutely not. And look.
You guys didn't even sleep in the same bed, did you?
Look, I'm not going to lie. It's been a year now. And the thing is, it's really hard because I actually really like Luca's sister. Luca's sister is nice. But Luca treated me like an absolute see you next Tuesday. And I don't really have anything too nice to say about that situation. I don't think he's a bad person, but I think the way he treated me was actually disgusting. Yeah. And I actually, do you know what was actually upsetting? I can't believe that nobody actually told him how bad it was. Like, why would he let me sleep in the bed on my own? Like, I was a new bombshell, and that man wouldn't even be this close to me and turn his back.
Yeah, And
then it was like, because of the way he treated me, it's like it then just like counteracted for everyone else.
You think it like filtered down?
Kind of, yeah, because it was like we discussed like earlier, like once you choose a guy, it's kind of like everyone else after that is like kind of like second choice. Yeah, and nobody wants to be second choice, you know. Second choice, no. So that was a reason, and also like Luca in there, people have come for me for this, like,
but he was
saying
smitten,
it,
though.
He was smitten,
like,
but also like Luca was like one of the main boys in there, and I do think like a lot of guys can kind of like, if the main cool guy don't think somebody's worth it, then some of these other guys would be like, oh, well, maybe she
like
ain't.
Following.
Yeah, not everybody. Like, there's some guys in there that had their own minds. And also, I'm not going to be everybody's type. Do you know what I mean?
True.
But there's also guys in there that I know, like, there's no way you wouldn't have gone for me on the outside or fancied me. But it's like, once somebody had already sort of turned that cold shoulder, I feel like it kind of...
I can't take
it. It kind of gave people the ick about me. Because it's kind of like, well...
Yeah.
Well, if you don't want to, I don't want to. Yeah. And do you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, it's true. But yeah, I'm sorry, but he would never get anyone like me anyway. I'm way too good.
You could have had a happily ever after. You could have had a happily ever after if you didn't choose Luca and chose someone else.
It was never going to be a happily ever after.
You don't think?
None of them,
so the day you stepped in that villa, you think it's all gone downhill?
None of those boys were for me. Because if they were, then I would be with them. I would be with them now. Because look, like, I've mingled with them since being out the show. Yeah. And if they were meant to be for me, then they would have been. Like, I was never going to find my Mr. Right in there. None of them were meant for me. But I definitely think I could have had a summer romance for sure if I hadn't have chosen Luca.
Oh, damn.
But look, you know... She did it for the girlies that season. She did. And Luca should have been more than flattered that somebody like me even wanted to go near him. Sorry.
Hey, damn.
Period. It's been a year now. I can say what I fucking want.
You
all right.
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want.
I don't think he's a bad person, though. This is the thing. I'm not slandering him as a person, but I think the way he treated me was disgusting. And he thought I was down here when actually I'm way above.
You were just new in the villa. Like, you're just like... You had to pick someone.
Yeah, but also, look, I'm sorry, I stand by it. I do think he played a game. Look, Gemma, she's a beautiful girl, but I do think he knows what he was doing. He knows what he's doing.
Do you think?
Yeah, 100% he knows what he's doing. Because why did you treat me so... There's no reason to treat somebody that... He treated me worse than, like... I don't even think you'd even treat like an ex that cheated on you like that. Like, to not share a bed with me is that's like, you're repulsive. Don't literally come near me. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's not making a stand like, oh, I just really want to prove to Gemma. No, you could have made a point to Gemma by
still sleeping in the bed, but like just
me,
like lie there.
Yeah, because to me, if that was me and that couple, I'd be like, babe, like, look, the poor girl's on her own. She's just come in, like, you know, let's make her feel welcome.
Yeah.
Nah. Sorry.
It is sad.
Stand by what I say, but yeah. Anyway, can't be able to talk about him anymore. He's boring.
Okay. After Luca, we went to Jax.
We did go to Jax,
We did go to Jax, didn't we?
Jax was also in there. I wish I'd chose Jax, actually.
Do you think you should have chose Jax from the
start?
start?
I think, because
they'd like...
They're very similar.
If you had one of them as your type, then the other one's your type.
Literally. Yeah. So the thing is like, look, like I said, if I could go back, I would have chosen a completely different race. I would have chosen a completely different race. Yeah. But... Talking about like who was actually in my top 3 at the time, Jax was always Luca or Jax. Luca, Jax, and Jay.
Oh, yeah?
And they literally went in that order as well. Luca, then Jax, then Jay that I coupled up with.
Nice.
Yeah. None of them romantic. But yeah, so when I did get to couple up with Jax, out of default, I was really happy because I thought, it's my time to shine. Yeah. I'm going to get him to fall in with me. Because we actually had so many conversations that weren't aired. And me and him really got along.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. At the beginning. Like I remember one night we had like an hour-long conversation on the beanbags. Everybody was getting pissed off. Like, obviously, Paige is my girl now, but she was fuming because we were just chatty for hours. Yeah.
Damn.
And then I think just that week just went by, and it just what happened. He started to fall for Paige a bit more. Obviously, then he was second best to me. Didn't really work out. So, yeah. And then by the time I got to couple up with him, literally only a week later, he was in Paige's.
Yeah, basically.
And yeah.
Was that when he was like on the bed?
Yeah, so not only did I have no man in my bed when I first went in there, then the second couple that I had in the second week, he would talk to me, you know, just about life, and then he'd be like, all right, I'm going to sleep now. Turn around to Paige, doing up cuddly, hands in the bed, like hand.
I don't know which one I would
and
rather.
imagine,
I don't know which one I'd rather.
For like
I think I'd rather no one in my bed.
Yeah, me too. No, okay, no. In that situation, no. But also, that was also like a bit of a stab to the heart, because obviously in my head I'm thinking, I'm going to try and win this guy over here. And then after like day 2 or 3, Paige was like, oh yeah, like we were holding hands in bed. And I was like, so all this chatting I'm doing is going fucking nowhere. I'm like, right, okay, let me just give up now. Let's just give up. So,
oh my God.
But yeah, so that was that with Jax.
And then the next one.
Jay.
The next one's Jay.
Jay just didn't fancy me. Quite point. Like, Jay used this excuse of, you're just too young. And I'm like, Jay, babe, do you not think I've been with guys your age? Like, you're not ancient.
You're just too young.
It's like, no, you actually just don't fancy me. Like, you can just tell me that. Because, like, then he made, like, a comment about, like, fancying Gemma. And I was like, Gemma is 19. So if you don't like me because of my age, like, come on. Let's just say you don't fancy me and
like
move
a little
on.
Scapegoat, like,
100%, but
you're just too young.
Yeah, no, 100%. But look, me and Jay had a really lovely little friendship in the end, and yeah, I really liked Jay actually. Like, he was a good friend to me in there, and he made me feel, that was the first time I actually felt comfortable in there.
Oh, yeah?
Because he shared a bed with me. Like, we had a little bit of pillow talk about like plans on like what we're gonna do next, and like waiting for Casa and more.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was actually ended up by being like a bit of a rock in there for me, which is quite mad.
So that's the first time you felt like, like I'm actually like quite comfortable in a way.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But it's just friends though, but like it's better than.
We got along. Like, he called me Neeks, and we had like little nicknames for each other, and it was cute. It was cute.
Fair enough. And then after that was Casa.
Yeah, Casa.
You went to Casa. So like you get the text for Casa. What, like, how was you feeling? You feeling like, I'm finally gonna find someone.
Well, no. So for us, it's girls' night.
Yeah.
And obviously we all knew.
Yeah.
Well, like they were like, stop speculating, like, girls. We were like, it's Casa. Because obviously the night before I just got saved.
Yeah, because they do Casa straight after like
literally
a dumping. Yeah.
So obviously for me, I knew it was coming, and we got put in this little car. There's like 2 cars, and like they pulled up to the side, and like they put in like the sat nav, and it literally said Casa, and we were like, so yeah, and then obviously like we were looking the whole way like, where's this bar then that we're going to? Where's this girls' night? And then we just saw the lights, and we were like, my prayers are like 2 weeks of no men, and then obviously like 6 of them came in. Yeah, and then when they all came, like when they all walked in, we all went. We were all like, "Is this all you could?" No, it was really bad. No, do you know what? This is why you got to meet people in person, because when I actually got to know their vibe and actually looked at them a bit more, I was like, oh no, actually some of you are actually good looking. But when they first walked in,
you're expecting like, because it's Casa, you're expecting like
major boom, like wow, knock me off my feet. Whereas it was like,
all right.
Anyway, can we redo that? Like, is there 6 more? No. But no, they were actually really good boys. That was the best time I had in there.
How was it, Casa?
It was
because you was like basically you was single in there.
Yeah.
Like single.
I was trying to find my man.
And then you got like 6 guys there, and like
yeah.
So you went with Josh.
I did. I think it was after I knew I was picking Josh after the first day.
After the first day?
The first night, me and Josh had one conversation, and I can't lie, like at the beginning I was like, nah, he's acting like a bit too young for me, and I was a bit like, not for me. And then, but we were meant to share a bed together, which is really funny because he asked me to share my bed, but then Deji got in my bed, and I didn't have the heart to tell Deji to get out. So I was like, all right then, Josh, see ya. But then obviously
you didn't have the heart to say.
No, because Deji.
That's real awkward, by the way. That
is awkward.
The Casa more like when you're like, oh, you want to share a bed or not?
Share your bed?
Like, it's so weird. Yeah. It's so weird.
So yeah, that was that, and then obviously after that, me and Josh cracked on. We had a great time, and then it all went to shit when I brought him back.
Why?
Look, I think now I know Josh. He's never had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I don't think he was ready to have a girlfriend. Quite frankly, I just wasn't. I wasn't meant to be his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, And I think he just lost his head in there. He wasn't really happy in there. He was not happy he was in Casa Amor. And I think they'd let him wait so long to get onto the show that he was almost like done.
Oh, so you're like, you know what?
He was just like, nah. And he was so over it. And then he was like, he'd be in the gym and they'd be like, Josh, go and have a conversation with Danica. He'd be like, let me talk to her when I talk to her. And like, I don't know about like you, but he's one of those men where it's like, don't tell me to do something because then I'm going to want to do the opposite.
Yeah.
So the more they kept pushing the narrative of me, the more he was like, I don't want her.
Now I'm going to make a point and I'm not going to chat to you.
Yeah, and that's what he did. No, seriously. Because like, obviously now, since leaving the show, like I've got to speak to him one-on-one and we've spent a bit of time with each other. Like I was obviously sort of explaining where his head was at. And if they hadn't have pushed and pressured him, we probably would have actually gone quite far.
You think?
100%. We wouldn't have ended up necessarily together because otherwise we'd be together now. But I do think we could have gone. You could have distance.
seen, yes, something.
Yeah, 100%. Because
like
we really get
romance.
along. No, we really get along. Yeah. Josh is a great guy. You know, we get along. So it's just one of those things. They're just too much pressure, bro. Like,
Casa Amor Part 2, Billy.
No, I'm joking. No, look, what happened with Billy happened. One thing I will say.
Wait. Do you
want me to explain?
No, we're gonna get to that in 2 seconds. Okay. But I just wanna set up the viewers. Well, I was a viewer as well. We remember like we were watching it, and I think it was you did a stretch. You did a stretch. Billy saw, and then that's when Billy was like, Danica.
Love her eyes. It's all the batting for it. Yeah, boy. Let me get that in the bedroom. No. Do you know what? You're probably not wrong. You're actually probably not wrong. Do you know what? Billy was the first conversation I had in Casa Amor, and again, pre-Love Island, Billy probably was most my type, essentially, like on paper. And I actually really do get along with, like I do get along with Billy. Yeah. Obviously, it's a bit awkward now because I still feel like there's always like that little bit of, not tension, but it's like, we know what happened, and it's kind of like, you know, we're cool, but it's like, you know.
We're cool, but we know.
Yeah. So it's like, but we actually got along. Like, personality-wise, like energy-wise, we were very similar. Like, very explosive.
Yeah, he's a bit,
Yeah,
he's a bit like you to be. Yeah, I get
lot,
what you mean, yeah.
Quite a lot. So, yeah, we got along. And then, obviously, well, basically, it was Josh's choice between me and Summer. So really, it should have been down to me or Summer, but they never gave Josh that option. Mm-hmm. So basically, they let Billy choose first, and it was only like me, Summer, and Coco. So Billy chose me. So I was taken out of that equation with Josh.
Yeah.
So Josh had to choose Summer. So Billy kind of only chose me because I was like the best one at that time for him, if that makes sense. It wasn't really because Billy actually really liked me. Yeah. But we all knew that I was the same anyway, because what was I going to do? I didn't have any options either. So, you know, we both gave it a go. But I think what annoyed me about that situation is I was always very open-minded, but Billy pretended he was, but he wasn't. Like, he could have just said from the get-go, like, look.
It's not that thing.
You're not my type. Yeah. Like, I don't fancy you like that. He could have just said that, but he never did. He kind of played it off a little bit, kind of tried to woo me over.
Tried to like lead you down.
Yeah.
Lead you down the road.
Kissed me and everything. Like, we had that kiss, and then it was like, that was what annoyed me, because it's like, just be honest. Like, just tell me if you don't fancy me. Like,
and you had gone, that's your fifth couple now, and you're couple. Like, I'm tired of this.
I would have rather him have said, look, I'm trying to get to the end here. You're not my type, but let's play the game. And I'd have been like, cool, bro, let's do it. But instead, he thought, let me play the game with her and not tell her, and then didn't expect me to catch on and then call him out for it. Yeah. But look, Billy,
because calling them out for it, that happened. It was a beach club.
Yeah. I could have done a lot worse.
Is it, you think?
Yeah, people that know me back at home are like, girl, where was you? Like, I was...
So the beach club was tame.
That was tame for me.
Yeah?
Yeah, like, I'm the type of person in an argument, I'll literally just go, shut your mouth.
Oh my gosh.
Shut your mouth.
I'll be so annoyed.
Like, I love a bit of confrontation.
I'll be so annoyed. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, literally.
Shut your mouth. I'll be so annoyed. I'll be so annoyed.
But I didn't do that in there because I just feel like it can just be misunderstood. You know, your girl had a career to get. Anyway, but yeah, my people on the outside were a bit like, that was the first time they saw the fiery side of me. Because like, who I was in the villa was me, but that fiery side never really
Because before then it was HR. It was HR, Danica.
That wasn't just me. That was the editing. You know, it wasn't that all the time. But yeah, so that fiery side was unleashed a little bit. But like, Billy will say like, things were... Like, I have seen, like Billy said, like, even to this day, like, I still don't quite get it because she still spoke to because basically what happened is we did a bit of action in bed. He went to the boys and told all the boys, never told me that he told the boys, and never asked me if it was okay to tell the boys. But then I told Summer and India, also because the producers told me to talk to them. I don't think the producers told him to tell all the boys, but whatever.
Yeah.
And also, they were my closest friends in there. So that was, like, my argument was, if you had gone to, like, Josh or Deji or whatever, whoever it was in there at the time, your close people, and said, or me and Danica, whatever, cool. But the fact that you went and sat and told all the boys and then didn't even let me know that everybody knew, half of those boys didn't even fucking like you or have your back or have my back.
Yeah.
So for me, it should have been discussed. So, but it's like, it annoys me because to this day, like, because things are cool and I let it go, he will be like, oh, nah, but it's, you know, it's chill. But like, you know, she still told the girls. I'm like, no. I still stand by what I say. It wasn't the same.
Yeah.
You telling all the boys and
It's not
me
the same
telling
as
my
you
two
telling
closest
two,
friends is completely different. Like, you should have been a gentleman and go to your closest friend, go to Deji and be like, look, I mean, Danica, you know, whatever. But don't go and tell all the fucking boys. But look, it happened. I got my little firiness out. And yeah, then it was on to last couple.
Jamie!
Billy got dumped that night after I kicked off. So I was like, see ya!
So you basically dumped him.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It felt that way. It felt that way.
And then on to Jamie.
Yes! Jamie!
You're saying yes, but you're no longer with Jamie. So it's not a yes,
yeah,
is
lasted
it?
about a month long.
Okay then, so it's not yes, Jamie.
No.
It is Jamie.
No, but it was yes, Jamie at the time because I was so
of course,
like, let me just find a man that wants to be with me, accepts me for me, likes me for me, and he did do that.
It was very late though, wasn't it?
It was too late.
It was too late.
Too
Like,
late.
if you would have came in like,
to apologize. Sorry. Yeah.
if you came in like Castor Moore,
Oh
maybe.
my god, we would have been fine, 100%.
Yeah.
But it was too late. The public didn't know enough about him. They didn't believe our relationship enough compared to like Dami, India, Tasha, Andrew, and all
been
them
there from the
lot.
start.
Exactly. So
Yes.
you know, it is what it is. But we had a nice little time. We had a week
Yeah.
in the villa, and then we had a week outside the villa, waiting to do aftersome.
Oh, what, together?
We did aftersun in Mallorca outside the Love Island villa.
Oh, so you was just in them. It was just
yeah,
in
so we had like an extra
you had a
week
holiday
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, we did. We had a
How was that?
holiday. It was good. It was
Yeah?
actually really nice because we got our phones back as well, like midway through, and it was just like doing a couple holiday, really.
Fair enough.
Yeah, a little free couple holiday with just 2 chaperones in the house, massive villa. You know, yeah, no, it was. Do you know what? Like that time was so nice because it was like we were kind of in like this, like if that's what my Love Island experience should have felt like.
Oh yeah.
Like this love bubble of like, oh my god, like I like you, you like me, like we get along. Oh my god, this energy, like oh my god, this is great. We're in the sun and we're sexy and we're having a great time. Yeah. But yeah, then we got back to the UK. It was happy for a couple of weeks. You know, we did like a little date in like Manchester and like we did a couple of PAs together.
You did a photo shoot together. I see that.
We did, yeah. It was good, and
then it all came crumbling down.
Yeah, we did have good intentions, but look, there wasn't enough effort made between the both of us.
Oh, you think?
No.
Where does he live?
Preston, so like Manchester up north,
And
you're
like
Midlands.
in the Midlands, so
Yeah.
it's a
yeah, it's a
trek,
long
innit?
way, like 2 hour 40. But it was like, look,
Yeah.
you can make things work.
You can.
You can.
It's a bit far though, but yeah.
It is far, but you make it work if it's the right person.
If
you make
yeah,
it work.
yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
And he just didn't give me enough. Like, I'm sorry, but
Maybe
I was
it just
getting
wasn't long enough, though.
attention.
Oh, what when you came out?
No, I was getting attention, and it's like, look, if you're not going to give me the attention I deserve, then I'm going to go get it elsewhere. And
Oh, is that how you are? If I don't get attention now, I'm going.
If I don't get attention, I will die. I'm like Tinkerbell. I'm joking. No, it was just more like I'd just come off Love Island. We've just come off Love Island,
Yeah.
right? The pressure's on. Everybody's wanting a bit of us, whatever. And it's like, look, we didn't have long enough in there to establish like a relationship.
Yeah.
So it's like,
you
look,
come out at a weird time, innit?
we did. So it's like, so if you're not going to make that effort with me, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to hold back getting to know other people on the outside and having fun because you're obviously not that interested. Like, you know what it's like. Like you've got to make it work when you come out because it's intense. You've got to make it work. Those first couple of months, you've got to be solid.
It's either that or it's going
Otherwise
to go. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know
And
what
he
I mean?
just didn't. So, yeah.
So that's how it just went crumbling down.
It did. And, you know, it is what it is. He made no effort and he lost a real one. Sorry, not sorry. But I've got nothing but good words to say about Jamie. So I'm just feeling a bit sassy today.
So now we're on like after Love Island.
We
So
are.
like we're outside the villa now,
Mm-hmm.
talking about attention and
Yeah.
the attention after Love Island. How is date life after Love Island? How are you finding that?
Do you know what? Like, this is the first time I feel like I've properly dated.
Oh yeah,
Because
you
I
in a
was
relationship.
Yeah. So I was in a long-term
crap.
relationship. Then Love Island obviously was a bit of a shitter. Didn't really do much dating there. And then now I've come out, like, I feel like, yeah, it's like people get to see, like, again, like when you meet me in person, like I am quite different to what maybe people thought I was on the show.
100%. I thought that completely. Yeah.
Yeah, so people are a bit like, oh, I'm like, right, she's actually a vibe. Like,
Yeah,
this
you're
girl's
actually kinda cool, to be
banging.
fair.
Like,
Yeah, you're actually
so
right.
you know, she's all right. So people are a bit like, oh, okay, let me get to know this girl.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've been getting to know a couple of people here and there. Obviously, it's been a year now.
Are you finding it hard because you're in the public eye, or
Not hard, but I think it's a bit like, I don't really know. I think for me, it's not been that hard, but I don't know if it's because I've not been dating too seriously.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Why are you not dating seriously?
Because look, I'm 22 now, and I'm sexy, and I'm young. So unless you are sweeping me off my feet, then best believe...
No one's searched you off the feet yet.
No. So best believe, generally, I would love to find the man of my dreams. That I would. I wouldn't, like, why wouldn't I? Like, you know, I'm 22. I'd love to build a life with someone, but I'm sorry, but if you're not sweeping me off my feet, why would I give up being single at 22? Why? I've got so much more to give.
True.
Got so much
and
more
you already had the whole relationship thing as well, so you know what a relationship's
exactly.
Like.
So it's
you've
like
been there for 6 years.
Sweep me off my feet, fuck off. You know what I mean? No, seriously. And people just aren't doing that. So it's like for me, like I'm dating.
How would someone sweep you off of your feet though?
Just like
who's gonna sweep? How would I sweep? How would I sweep you off your feet?
Do you know what? I don't even know. Like just being like attentive, like showing me like you actually want to see me. No, attentive, like showing me you actually want to spend time with me, like making like plans, like babe, I want to see you soon, like let's do something this day, like not. And we don't need to talk every day, like in the first couple of weeks, because like it's too much. Do you know what I mean?
But that's just basic.
Talking every day.
That's what saying I want to see you like. This day.
No, that's fine. But you know, like chatting every single day, like having, hey babe, how's your day been? I don't want to do that.
No,
give me a phone call.
Yeah.
Text me now and again. Can't wait to see you. Cool. See each other once a week.
Yeah.
At the beginning. Build it up. See how it goes. When you see me, take me out on dates.
That's not sweeping you off your feet though.
No, it is, because men don't do this. Buy me flowers when you first see me if you like not okay, no.
Flowers? What?
Yeah, because I can buy myself flowers.
That's not how the tune goes. No,
Anyway, no, not when you first see me, but you know, like if you like me, the next time you see me, I would like you to make a gesture. Yeah. I'm not expecting a Cartier bangle. I'm expecting just some £3 Aldi flowers. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Especially like when like you're fully grown men and it's not like you don't know how to treat a woman. Like if you look, men when they love or really like a woman, they will do the most. So if you're not doing the most for me, I know I'm not the one. I'm not your dream woman, and that's fine with that. That's fine with me.
You just want the most. You want the most or nothing.
If I'm your dream woman, you will do the most. And if you're not doing the most, then obviously I'm not your dream woman.
Do you do the most?
Well, you need to do the most, so I do the most.
Why can't you do the most first?
So what would you want from a female? Because the thing is...
The most.
Okay, but what's the most to you? So, like, first couple of dates, I'm asking for flowers. Bear in mind, flowers and dates. Flowers and dates, which is bare minimum, but men can't seem to do that.
How about you take the person on a date? Then what?
I'm not doing that.
Okay, then. So you're not doing the most then? So how do you want me to give you the most when you're not doing the most for me?
No, I'm not taking on a date unless it's been like 3 or 4 dates, and then I will start to plan them.
3 or 4?
On the 4th date, I will plan a date.
That's mental. I'll give you 2.
2?
2.
That's
me pushing it as well. That's pushing it. I'm expecting one each, you know. Hey, chivalry's dead.
It is.
Chivalry
You're telling me,
dead.
yeah. Chivalry is dead. Are you mad? 2 days and that's it. No, I want somebody that's going to put in the effort.
I don't want flowers. I don't want flowers. I want snacks.
I can do snacks. I like snacks too. See, that's what I want as well. But yeah,
flowers are silly. I think flowers just go down in the bin anyway. So it's just
they bloody don't. But look,
they do.
Men out there, if you're listening, flowers and sweep a woman off their feet. Look,
to be fair, before the podcast, you said cheeseburger.
Yeah, okay, and a cheeseburger, but that should be included in like a date meal, no? But look, at the end of the day,
what dates do you go on a cheeseburger?
Maybe because like say like second or third date, like a bit more chill, low key,
McD's.
like maybe. She's
second
not
date McD's.
See, high maintenance. Who? No, but seriously, dating, it's all right, it's good, but men just be weird. So
fair enough.
Until they're doing the most, I'm gonna stay
Girls
single.
are weird as well. To be fair,
I'm gonna stay single.
Yeah. So what are your plans now, like after Love Island? Like you still live in Leicester?
I still live in Leicester. We'll be moving at some point.
Where are you looking to think about going?
London's where I want to be, but
London.
It just depends. I might
meet big city.
I might meet a really amazing person, and they might live somewhere else. So who knows?
Manifesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
I'm looking for somebody to move it. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No. But I will move at some point. I'm just waiting for the right time.
Yeah.
Not to get a bit too boring, but the property life.
Would you live
is a bit hard.
Tell me about it. Would you live by yourself? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, mental.
I just don't want to pay rent.
That's mental to me. I couldn't do living by
No,
myself.
I could live by myself and very independent, but I wouldn't want to live in a house by myself. But yeah, I do want to move eventually.
I need interaction. I need to speak to someone.
Yeah, that's why you've got a couple of things on the side, you know what I mean? I'm joking, I don't have tings.
You don't have things.
I don't have tings. I actually don't.
Don't have things.
I don't.
Cool. After Love Island, what's like? Give me like your coolest opportunity. So like, yeah.
Do you know what? I was saying this. Like, it's really hard to pinpoint like one thing.
Yeah.
I feel like just random things like going to like the VMAs.
Mm-hmm.
Is it EMAs? Oh my god, so thick. EMAs in Germany. That was a pretty insane.
What does the EMA stand for?
European Music Awards.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, that was pretty cool. Went with Paramount. Like going to like being taken to the Bahamas. Like
being flown out to the Bahamas.
And like Vegas. Like all these like mad opportunities that it's just like. It's just crazy. And then obviously like working with like some really incredible brands.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just been, it has actually been like just a massive dream come true. But obviously this is just the start for me, you know. She's
just a start.
Bigger and better things, you know. But yeah, so it's been amazing. This whole year it's been like a complete blur, like a dream. I'm sure it was the same for you. Like it's just like these opportunities are just like, rah, like,
yeah.
wow. Like you just can't even believe like
it's mental, isn't it?
You just think you go in like being like a normal person, you come out and like people
you're still
just,
normal, like you're still normal, but everyone else has changed their opinion on you.
That's what I mean,
it's
and
mad,
also people want to know more about you. People
Yeah.
want to put you onto this kind of like, you know, like, oh, we want you to promote this, or we want you to be the face of this, and it's like, what, me?
Yeah.
Little old me, you shut. So yeah,
Just a girl from Leicester.
Just a girl from Leicester. No, but I've just loved every second of it, really.
Fair enough.
But yeah, now it's just about building myself as a brand, and it's just keep excelling in the career.
You
You
keep
know what I mean?
going then.
The HR, she's going.
Miss HR.
Miss
let's go.
HR, trust. She's coming back.
Would you do it again? Okay, cool. They say All Stars happens. All Star Love Island. Bang. Danica, we need you on. Are you coming?
I'm going to say, hell yeah, pack my suitcase now, baby. No, 100%, I would. And also, I actually feel like I'd need to go back in there and like prove a point.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because
prove a point.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, no one's going to take me for a mug anymore. You're joking.
Yeah. Oh, I
let people walk all over me because I was smart and sensible and knew to keep my mouth shut, because sometimes my mouth can get me into trouble. But it's like, I wouldn't do that now. Like, people know me for me. Like, my fans love me for who I am. They know me enough to know, like, sort of different sides of me. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like I've now almost, like, I've not got anything to prove to anyone. I am a nice person. I'm a genuine person. But also, I do have a side to me that should, as everyone should, to stand up for myself. Yeah. But I didn't show that in there. So, yeah, get me.
So if you're going back in there, you're causing drama,
it's like a
chaos.
firework. It's going to go off.
No one's walking all over you. You're going to literally stand up for yourself.
No, absolutely not. And I feel like...
you're not going to stand up for yourself.
No, I am. No, I'm not going to let people walk all over me. But it's like, I think I hold myself in high regards, but it's like, I feel like now leaving the show and also like, just, it's like, I feel more established in myself. Like, I know I'm worth way more than
So you would go through that whole dating again, like dating on TV, dating in that whole like Love Island... what do you call it? Environment. You would do that again.
Yeah, I would, because I didn't even really get to experience it in the first place, really.
To be fair, she didn't really get to experience it. So
it was basically me talking to a brick wall half the time.
Yeah. So like All Stars. So
yes.
Like, imagine they're bringing back people from season 3, season
juicy.
Maybe one's too long, far gone, but season 4, season 5, season 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, there's a couple
10.
of peeps I could imagine being in there with.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who? Okay, if you had to do an all-star lineup right now, 6 boys, 6 girls, give me them.
No, I can't give you that many.
What do you mean you can't? Yourself, that's 1 girl,
Yeah.
5 girls left. Some girls you would like to go in there with you.
Mora.
KD. You got 3 more girls.
Georgia Steele. If she's going to be the OG Georgia Steele, because she was bad. Who else? Do you know who else I really liked? Laura Anderson as well. I feel like she'd be like a mother to me.
Oh, okay.
Guy-wise, I don't know. You, go on, get in there. All Stars.
Yeah, I've made the cut.
Wait, you, your boy,
Oh, Tyrique.
Tyrique.
Look, he's only been in there for a week, but he's on the All-Stars. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, Tyrique. Yeah, boy. Who else? Not Luca. Who else?
Who else? Do you want me to throw some names out? You say yeah, no, or...
Chris Hughes.
Oh, yeah. Funny.
Oh, fuck knows. I ain't got Scooby-Doo.
Adam Collard, part 3.
I'm sorry, but that ship sailed. It needs to stay sailed. Keep it in the ocean, all right?
Okay, Chris, you Kem?
No.
Okay.
I think too old for that now.
Too old. Okay.
As a pair.
Oh, yeah. As a pair, yeah. I get you.
Yeah.
Who else is there? Throw some guys.
Let's do a Kenner.
A Kenner? Ethan.
Yes.
Anyone else from your series, boys?
Josh, so I can mug him off.
Josh, so she can mug you off. Let's go.
Fucking out of it. Yeah, I think that's 6, isn't it?
That's your all-star lineup.
Yeah, but yeah, there's also people I probably wouldn't want to be in there with.
Ooh.
Well, like Luca's definitely one of them. Billy, I wouldn't want to be in there with. I don't know. Is there any girls I want to be in there with?
How about from other series?
From other series.
Anyone that you'd be like, oh, I don't really want to.
Do you know what? I'm trying to think. Is there anyone who is somebody that I wouldn't want to be in the villa with?
You think you would clash with?
Do you know what? I think who did I say I would clash with? There was somebody that I said I would.
Oh, you would clash with?
Do you know who I do think I would have clashed with?
Who?
Liv Hawkins. And I've actually never met her, so that's not me saying I don't like her.
Yeah.
I've never met her, but watching the show and knowing how it was with Zara,
yeah,
I feel like. I do feel like me and her, we'd either be really good friends.
Oh, it's one of those ones,
or
good friends or clash.
But it's kind of like me and Paige. Me and Paige did not get along when we went in that show. We were not friends on that show like we are now. But now she's like,
but you're now your friends.
Yeah,
I think like.
So it could be like that.
I feel like people like that, you're either like, you can clash with them, but a year down the line, you can really be best friends with them. Like,
100%. Because
it gets like that. It does get like that.
Like Liv, for example, like she's friends with a lot of people that I'm friends with. So I'm like, well, we would obviously get along. But it's like, I think just with the drama with her and Zara, obviously at the start, I was just like, like usually
you
girls.
Was Team Zara.
Yeah, I can't lie because I feel like usually I'm like Zara, I'm a bit misunderstood.
Yeah.
And like things kind of, I don't know.
I'm neutral.
It is what it is. But no, look, she seems like a nice girl and it'd be nice to actually meet her. So maybe I can, maybe put that little Delulu rumour to bed. But yeah, I don't know. There's not really anyone that I'd be like, I don't want to be in there with other than some of the boys, really.
Fair enough.
But I would definitely do an all-stars. But like we said earlier, it would be like I've slept with him. She slept with him. I've slept with her. It
would be more like X on the Beach.
If it was a UK version, it would be like, yeah, well, I've shagged her. Well, you've shagged him. And well, weren't you seen him when I was still with him? And it's like, well, yeah. And then you cheated on me. And then this is like it would
a
just
lot
be
of behind the scenes
it would
stuff,
be
innit?
absolutely. I mean, it would be great TV because it'd be like, did you know that they got together while she was? And it'd be like, you joking? And why have I only just found that? It would be mad. It would be scandalous.
I think it might even be too much for the TV.
I think
people wouldn't be able to. Because concentrate on the storyline.
No, they wouldn't.
Because they wouldn't have the context.
Because I can already name you how many Islanders from previous series that I've got together, linked together, like from different series, or people in the same series that I've got together, and it's like they weren't originally with that person or didn't leave with that person, and I'm like.
And then if they see them there, and then now they're looking at each other funny, you're thinking, why are they looking at each other funny? But
because you've already clapped those cheeks, you know what I mean? No, seriously, that is what it would be like. So maybe if they did the all-star version with like Australian, America, UK, but maybe not an all UK.
What you want? You want an Australian man?
I mean,
or an American man?
If you put Australians and Americans in there, and I still don't find somebody, then we've got a big problem. Gosh. Houston, we got a problem.
You might just have to go to like.
I'm gonna go to Tokyo at this point.
Yeah.
So
just go there.
Yeah. So yeah.
But yeah, thank you, Danica, so much for coming on the podcast. I think it was a really good episode. I really enjoyed it, to be honest. Really enjoyed chatting to you.
Been in a silly mood.
I was scared that HR Danica was gonna come, but it was Carnival Danica. Do you want to say anything at the end, or do you want to give a little song?
I am beautiful, no matter what they say.
It might get copyrighted.
Sorry, because I just sound so good. Words can't bring me down, no.
What's your dance?
Anyway,
how's your dance go again?
Good morning, USA. I got a feeling. No, anyway, thank you so much for having me. Seriously, it's been great to chat. Feel like it's been a year. I've needed this weight off my shoulders. I've needed to tell people how sad I was. Anyway, no, seriously, it's all good. Good vibes. I'm on to bigger and better things, and no one in there deserved me anyway. So yeah, there you go.
True.
Peace out. Love you. Stay safe. Peace out.